Check on the Coca-Cola family of drivers thus far in today's Phoenix race. Little strategy getting Elliott Sadler up to the #1 spot.
He's 2 tires on that pit stop. Takes over the lead. Kurt Busch, 4-tire stop, and a little bit slow, goes back to the 11th position.
And the rest of the Coca-Cola racing family, tough days for Kevin Harvick and Kyle Petty and Dale Jarrett thus far. And what is wrong with this picture? There are no race cars on the racetrack.
They're all on pit road because NASCAR has issued the red flag, stopping the car so they can put their jet dryers on the track and make sure they can keep this track as dry as possible. There we see them.
A little bit of rain started falling during the caution flag as they were making the pit stops, and a little too much to continue running the cars, so they put them on pit road under the red flag. That's the bad news. Good news is radar looks pretty good.
It does.
Would Mr. Weber want to play meteorologist for us?
No, I'd rather try and talk to drivers. I'm not going to. No, I have a real job. I don't want to be a weather forecaster.
Ooh.
These drivers still sitting in their cars, most of them with the window nets up. The rain basically has stopped right now, but as you talked about, the jet dryers are out on the track. Matt Kenseth sits in his car getting a fresh drink. We'll see if we can lean in here and talk to Matt for just a second. Matt, what happened there? Do you know what happened to your tire?
Yeah, it fell off the wheel.
I noticed that part. What do you think aided it along there?
I don't know. Must have ran something over that was fairly big, because it didn't really give a lot of indication. Just started getting a little bit looser down there in turn 3 and 4, and then the tire just came right off the wheel. So just racing luck, you know, just the bad part of it. Just must have ran something over and went flat.
How's the car been today?
Pretty good. You know, the 8 seems like he's in a class of his own. He took off at the beginning of the race there and just went right to the front. Seems real fast. Other than that, it seems like we can run with pretty much the rest of the pack. You know, it's just going to be tough to get all the track position back. But if we get there, I think we're reasonable. We're not near, you know, good enough to beat the 8. But other than that, I think we're okay.
All right, man. Good luck.
Thanks.
Dave Burns.
And Jeff Gordon talking it over with Robbie Loomis. Been battling a little bit of a loose race car here, Jeff, but nice pit strategy.
Well, we'll see. I hope so. You know, the car actually wasn't bad there, right there that last time, and at the end of that first run, I just, you know, got loose getting in and couldn't really do much about it, and we just hung on there, and then we made a few adjustments, and the car was better. We just didn't have the track position, so got the 2 tires to get the track position, see how it works out for us.
Seemed to have a little track position battle with the 29 there for a while. What was that all about?
You have to go ask him. I have no idea. You know, I think he took his frustration out because, you know, his car was that good right then, and I think he took it out on me because I felt like I passed him pretty clean. You know, I had to slide up from him a little bit off of 4, and he just pounded me all the way down the front straightaway, pounded me into 1, about wrecked me there, and it was kind of on from that point, and my car wasn't the same after that, so it kind of cost both of us, but you know, we're gonna forget about that and work our way back up the front, or keep our car up front here, hopefully.
We'll see if that 2-tire pit stop works. Jeff currently sits in the 2nd position. Matt?
Dave, Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s team took 4 tires on that stop. Currently, you're sitting 6, but this car looked awesome really from the drop of the green today, Junior.
Yeah, the car's been pretty good. Obviously, we have the same setup and everything that we had last year, and it's working just like it did. So, you know, with the rain and anything else that can happen, you know, we'll just go out there, run as hard as we can, figure out where the chips fall, but hopefully we'll be up front when it counts.
One thing that we've seen with this team this year, and really in championship fashion, 7 times you guys have gone from one week when you've had a bad week to having a top 5 and a winning run the next week. And it looks like you guys are on that path again.
Yeah, well, we really run good everywhere we go, which is something that we hadn't done in the past. And that really gives me a lot of confidence in the team. And we got a lot of guys that a couple of them want to get off the road, and hopefully we can get people in there that are as good as they were next year, and keep the team as competitive as it is now. I'm just really proud of the year we've had, and hopefully we can finish it off with a win or 2 over the next 3 weeks here.
And he was also very impressed with that 12.5-second pit stop, Bill.
Thanks, Matt. Kurt Busch sits in his car. He's just had a long conversation with crew chief Jimmy Finning, sitting here relaxing, toweling off a little bit. How's it been out there for you?
Not too bad. We raced our way to the front quicker than I thought. The car is really good on entry and through the center part of the corner. And to challenge the 8 car and move our way forward, we're going to have a car that'll turn better on the corner exit. So we've got to loosen it up a little bit. And I think that's what the track is going to do for us after this rain. But once we run again, the track will tighten up. So we've got to make some adjustments.
Kurt, you talked to your crew on the radio before this race began. Can you tell me about that?
Just want to tell them that I'm the leader of this group, but I can't do it without them. They're a group that really are strong-minded. They know what to do in certain situations. People keep talking about, let's go win this race, and that's good. They're not getting themselves caught up in the big picture, which we obviously want to happen, but it's just a matter of doing our job week in and week out. And this race today is Phoenix. It's a flat mile. We have specific adjustments we have to make for this racetrack. That's what we have to stay focused on, is today's job.
Good luck.
Thanks, Bill.
Kurt Busch sits in his car under the red flag here at Phoenix with 110 laps on the board. We'll be back in a moment.
Five drivers, 98 points, 3 races to go to determine who'll be the champion for 2004. And we're in the Valley of the Sun, and it's raining.
So what else
Can you believe that?
Good gracious
that?
alive.
Red flag after 110 laps at Phoenix with Elliott Sadler the leader. And the rain has stopped, and they're trying to get the track dry. We should be able to go back racing here pretty shortly. Bill, go ahead.
Alan, I can actually see the sun up there. You see the sun up there, Jimmy? You see that coming out?
I know it's out there somewhere. I can't see it yet, though.
Well, take my word for it. You trust me?
Okay, I'm going to put my glasses on then, hoping.
Go ahead and do that.
Hoping.
And I'll go ahead and tell everybody you've won 3 in a row, going for your 4th straight win today. How about it? How is the car?
The car's good. I think the conditions today, they're a lot different than what they were yesterday. And yesterday we couldn't get the cars tight enough and put enough grip in them. And then today, with the temperatures being down, we're taking all the grip back out of it. The car's been too tight for me. So we'll see. I mean, these last 3 weeks, we were the best car when it counted. And that's all that really matters in these races. We've been able to be in the top 4, top 5 throughout most of the day. And if we get up there, some pit cycles have kind of mess some things up here, but if we get up there,
what are those guys doing taking 2? You wouldn't take 2 tires, would you?
Not here, I don't think. With 50 lap shootout to halfway, I could see what they're thinking about there if we can only get half the race in. So I can see that, but I think if we get back going, we'll go for a while.
Okay, so you're going to the front, basically, is what you're saying.
I'm going to try. That's what this Lowe's car is here to do. So we'll see.
All right, don't lose those sunglasses. You're going to need them in a few minutes.
I hope you're right.
All right, that's Jimmy Johnson. Let's go further up pit road to Matt.
Actually, I'll take it, Bill, right now with Ryan Newman sitting 4th in line here on pit road. Ryan, your car's been kind of back and forth on setup, but the only time in the first run that you were headed by the 8 car was at the end of that long run. Does that concern you at all?
Maybe a little bit, yeah. Don't know if he was checking up there a little bit for the rain or what, but it looked like we started to catch him there about the last 5 laps of that run. So, like I said, I don't know if that was him or the rain or his car. So, I'll tell Texas to Win Dodge is running pretty good. I wish it was just a little bit better than we were out front, but we got the advantage. Had a great pit stop there, and I'm just sitting back in my easy chair and sipping on my Gatorade in-car drinking system.
You're looking pretty relaxed there. Now, was it worse in the tight condition or worse in the loose condition it's been in, Ryan?
It's been a little bit of both. It seems like the older your tires get, the harder it is to work with traffic, and you start sliding around pretty good. That was my problem there in traffic, but I think everybody's struggling with that, and as long as you're moving forward, you're doing all right.
All right, the 12 car chilling, but ready to go racing. Marty?
Dave Elliott Sadler leads the two-tire brigade, and so you think this is a race to halfway? Is that why you took 2 tires, Elliott?
Yeah, I mean, why not? The car was really good the second run, a little loose the first run, and Todd decided to put on 2 tires just to see. If we were running the whole race, we'll know. If it rains, we'll go to halfway. We got great track position, so we're trying to get a win in this paint scheme, in the pedigree paint scheme. So this is the best way to do it, get track position, see what it does for us.
How will this rain affect the racetrack, Elliott?
Mart, I think it'll loosen up some the first few laps of the run, but once the guys start putting the rubber down, it'll get back sliding the nose and stuff again, kind of like it did during the first run we had. So it'll be a little free, which will be good for us. We've been a little tight, and then we'll go from there. So, but I'm glad we got good, clean air. Got a lot of Mars people here this weekend watching us, and my mom's here, so we want to do good and This is the best way to do it. Get out front.
He's got a lot of things going in his favor. Not only does he have the lead, but he also has his favorite race car, the one that won in California. Matt?
Marty, the good news, NASCAR officials are telling the teams to take the car covers off as the sun is starting to peek out. We'll dip in here and talk to Casey Kane. You're currently 7th on the grid now. How is the race car been performing, Case?
It's been all right. It got really tight getting into the corner on the long run, and we've kind of been fighting that since we unloaded the other day. Just the front tires aren't cutting good enough, but hopefully they fixed it. We fixed it a little bit better the second time, and now the third time hopefully it'll be better.
Now this team feels like they've been close so many times this year. 5 times they finished second. They feel like they can win here, Darlington, and Homestead to close out the year. All good tracks. The style that Casey likes, those are his tracks, Alan.
They have allowed, NASCAR has allowed each team to send 2 members out to uncover the cars, make sure the windshield is clean, and help the driver get his helmet on and get ready to go. And that's what's happening here at Phoenix International Raceway. Brian Vickers patiently waiting in 3rd position. Ryan Newman right behind him in 4th. Looking for the restart and the resumption of today's race in just a minute.